peoples of YouTubes. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 14. I'm excited for multiple reasons. One, because 14 is one of my favorite numbers. Two, because we've made it 2 weeks. I've made 2 weeks worth of videos so far. Pretty impressive. Also, probably kind of annoying, sorry. But I've managed to keep up with my goal. And I hope some of you are enjoying these videos I'm constantly posting. For today's video, if you recognize kind of where I am, we're doing kind of the movie, TV, review, suggestion thingamabob that I did last week. I have no idea if that was any help to anyone. That was kind of just me personally sharing personal films. Like, those movies are very emotional things for me. But this week I have like TV series to suggest for you guys. They're all on Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, I'm sorry. I think maybe they're available in other places. I haven't checked, but if they're not, I'm sorry. I'm sure some of you guys, again, have seen most of these. Maybe you haven't seen any of them. Maybe you've only seen some of them. Maybe you won't like any of them. Maybe you'll like all of them. That's just my little disclaimer for this. For our first TV series that I will just kind of throw out there as a suggestion that you might want to watch, it's Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I'm hoping a lot of you guys know what that is. And I'm talking about the TV series. I just want to make that very clear. The animated TV series. Cool. There's 3 seasons in total. They're called books, if you want to be specific to the whole series and stuff. There's like 20 episodes or less in each book. Not too many. And each one's like 23 minutes long, about somewhere in that range. And that's like including credits and all that stuff, so not too long. I mean, the last episode is like an hour and a half long, but that's like the last episode. So it's like a big deal. It's a really good watch. When I say we, I mean Savita, Gabe, and I watched all 3 seasons when it came on Netflix. Like, we rewatched them because in our younger days, let's just say that because I can't remember how old I was, this was on Nickelodeon back in the good old days when we didn't have Netflix and like streaming TV. So my sister and I would like record the episodes on our DVR and watch them that way. And we watched this entire series that way. And a lot of people did, and it was a big deal, and there's a reason it's a big deal. It's very well written, it's very well, like, animated, it's very well acted out, the music's amazing, the story is so well done, the world building, flawless, like, amazing. So, it's so funny, but then it also has some serious moments. There's really cute animals. There's fighting, there's action. It's got it all. Next on my list, I have to say, whenever someone asks me what my favorite TV show is, I always say this TV show because it's the first thing that comes to my mind, and I feel like a lot of people have watched it. I don't know if everyone has watched it all the way through though, and it's Sherlock, like BBC's Sherlock, as in Sherlock Holmes. It has Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock, Martin Freeman as Dr. Watson, but the little like twist that they put on it is like, what if Sherlock Holmes was set in like the 21st century with like cell phones and, you know, the internet and all that stuff. And it's really good. It's very funny, and the characters that they build are you get so attached to them, and it's amazing. It's 4 seasons long, and there's only 3 episodes in each season, except for like I think one season has like a special episode where it's actually set in like the times of the books, but other than that it's only 3 like episodes per season. But the reason for that is each episode is like an hour and 20 minutes long, so it's like each episode's like almost a movie in a way. It's so worth it though. It's so good. It's so good. I love that. We rewatched that too during quarantine. I was prepared this time to watch it. The first time I watched it, I was like, there's a lot that you're kind of like, oh, what's going on? What's he saying? And the last episode, I like almost had a panic attack like watching it because it was that intense and that much was going on. But it wasn't like it was a bad thing. It was just like that's how well written it was. Like it felt like you were there too, going through all the stuff the characters were, which I was very impressed. I watched it with my mom too, so she was like, what is happening? Yeah, I am in awe of that TV show. It's very honoring to the books. If you know the books, like they make sure to like kind of align it with the books in a way, which is kind of cool. Like a study in scarlet becomes a study in pink, things like that. So it's like, the books? Well, this TV show, But again, the episodes are kind of long, so I kind of get that. But there's only a few of them in each like season, so if you want to like spread out how you watch them, you can do that. Like watch a little bit each time. Highly suggested. It's amazing. And I feel like a lot of people know these actors now, like Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman are pretty well-known actors. Most recently, this is gonna sound absolutely insane when you hear the whole thing, I binged watched New Girl, which is, a TV show on Netflix. Fine, binge watching a TV show. It's 7 seasons long, and there's usually about like 22 to 25 episodes in each season, except for like the last season only had 8 episodes because it was like kind of the wrap up of it all, and they're each like 20 minutes long, 23 minutes long, something like that. But it's such a good TV show. It's so funny, but it's also like really sweet at the same time. Like there's moments that are very sweet and endearing, and it's really good. If you have no idea what it's about, it's like this girl that sees a Craigslist ad and she thinks it's for like this apartment and they need a new roommate. She's like, cool, I'll move in if you guys want. But she shows up and it's 3 guys and she's like, oh, that's not what I thought this was for. But she's like, no, but I really need to stay here, please. And so they're all like, why? And there's 3, like, they have 3 reactions because like the stereotypical reaction is like, oh, she's gonna fall in love with all of them, or like, oh, something else is gonna happen. But like one of them's like, no, if a girl stays here, she's gonna invite her friends over, and then we have a chance to meet more girls. That's great. And then the other guy is like, if we have a girl here, we can't be like dudes, man. I just want to be a dude, and a girl is gonna mess that up. And then the third guy's like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, she's just, why is there a girl here? But somehow she ends up moving in, and it's amazing. Just like it feels like you like go through the entire like years with them as they live their lives in their little apartment. Obviously I lived those years with them in a matter of like weeks, but hey, it was still cool. Everyone knows this TV show, I kind of feel like, especially if you watch Netflix, because it's a Netflix original, I think. Anyway, and that's Stranger Things. I wasn't gonna put it on here because I felt like everyone would be like, duh. But you should watch all 3 seasons of Stranger Things. All 3 seasons. You will cry by the end. I cried in the end, and it's very hard to make me cry. I don't know if I was just extra emotional that day, or if it was written really well. Might have been both, but I did cry in the end. So there are 3 seasons. There's about 8 to 9 episodes in each season. The range of like how long they could be actually is like 45 minutes to over an hour. Like there's one episode that's like a little bit over an hour, but it's very well done. Just the creativity and stuff. The actors, I feel like, well, now they're really well known, but like Winona Ryder's in it and she's amazing. There's so many amazing actors in it. I also love the guys that have written it. They actually went to the college that I originally really wanted to go to. It's the only college I applied to in the US. They wrote it in their dorm room there, and then it ended up getting accepted by Netflix, and now it's become this huge thing, and I think that's kind of cool that like they made this whole like world and stuff, and look at how far it's taken them. It's very well done. This one actually kind of popped up and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot. And that is The Umbrella Academy. This is also, I think, a Netflix original that kind of popped up on my like, do you call it your feed, on your page, it popped up on Netflix for me because season 2 was starting around here in quarantine time. And I was like, sure, I don't have anything to do. I'll just watch season 1 and see what happens. And then I was like, oh wow, I just watched that entire season very quickly. I better watch season 2 because I need to know what happens next. And I did, and I was like, oh, okay, wow, that's amazing. And now I can't wait for season 3. It's amazing. So as I mentioned, there's 2 seasons. I think there's 10 episodes in each season. They're like an hour or less for each episode. They're like at the most an hour. They're based off of comic books, but it's kind of interesting because I feel like they don't have like the normal comic book kind of superhero powers. Maybe they do and I'm just really clueless about superhero powers, but like, you know, Superman, Captain America, The Flash, Thor, those superheroes that we kind of see, they don't have those kinds of powers. They have very interesting ones and I like it. It's very well done. It's very creative. It is a bit violent. If you're not into that, I wouldn't suggest watching it. But the storyline is just amazing. The mystery is like, ooh. You think you kind of know what's gonna happen, and then like either that doesn't happen, or it does happen, but not quite how you think it's gonna happen. It keeps you watching. It's amazing. So yeah, those are kind of my TV shows that I've been watching or that I have watched during quarantine so far. What have you guys watched? Because I still need some more suggestions. I'm kind of just struggling in the dark right now of what to watch on Netflix and other things. I'm watching some musicals with my mom. Not that that's a bad thing. I love that. Like, I could go on and on about musicals, but I'm not going to do that. I don't think people really like these videos much, but I kind of like to go back and see one day what movies and TV shows I was into and maybe rewatch them. So maybe they'll be useful for me one day. I don't know. But if someone does make it to this part of the video, the end, let me know what your favorite TV show is, or like what you've watched during quarantine, because I would love to know. I would love to see more suggestions, because I only gave like 4. I only have like 4 right now, because I don't know, kind of floundering here. Don't really know what to do. But yeah. Until tomorrow. I hope you guys are all doing good. I hope you're staying safe. Happy holidays. And until tomorrow, bye!